Okay, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Monday morning miracle call. We are so happy you're here, and my name is Michelle Niels, and I'm in Fort Collins, Colorado. I am one of four hostesses, and we are all on the call today. Isn't that just, you guys got a bonus? All the Monday morning miracle call hostesses are here. So we meet every Monday morning for half an hour, 8 a.m. Pacific, and we share what the patches have done for us. And let's hear it for the patches, right? I mean, I was on the Doc Talk last night and the stories were incredible. If we have a slow spot, I may share something that really impressed me. So every Monday we gather and we are storytellers. That's what Gregory Mascari says. We're well-paid storytellers. Okay, so we got to share our stories, everybody. And even if someone has heard your story or if you've shared it before, undoubtedly there's someone here that has not heard it. So I want to encourage you to be bold and be brave. Raise your hand. At the bottom of your screen, there's a react button, and you just click on that, and then it says raise hand. If you can't find it for some reason, just wave your hand and I'll probably see you. Please leave your hand up while you're sharing because otherwise you disappear from spotlight on the screen and I don't know where you are and I don't know where I'm looking. So leave your hand up. We like to limit our shares to 30 seconds to a minute, please, so that everyone has a chance to share. And the first 15 minutes of every Monday morning miracle call is dedicated to the X39 and Cellergize. Everyone's got their Cellergize today. So the first 15 minutes, we talk X39 only. Don't talk about other patches because that's the star of the show. We all start with the X39 and we stay with the X39. So there are so many stories. And you know what? If people say, I can't afford the patches, Connie said something about this last night, just the X39. That's really the most important. It is our go-to patch for pain, inflammation, collagen renewal. It builds stem cells, guys. So if that's the only patch you can do, that's enough. So let's limit first 15 minutes to X39. And please, no names of diseases, okay? The LifeWave does not claim to treat, diagnose, prevent any disease or disease condition. So please only share your symptoms, like what you would say if you went to the doctor. You would say, I feel this, this, this. And then tell us the patch and then how you felt afterwards and maybe how long it took. So with that, I'm going to ask people to be bold and brave and raise your hand. Go to the bottom of your screen, click on React, and put your hands up, okay? Looking forward to hearing from a lot of people today. So I'm going to turn my heater off over here. Okay, Jerry, yay. We hostesses always rescue each other.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome, and please don't be shy. What you might have to say might benefit somebody so much that you could be saving a life. But I'll start us off by don't give up. I was on the patches. I'm going on 5 years now, but I had a lot of medical problems. So, till it got to everything, I didn't feel anything. But as it continued to help, it was 2.5 years later when my knees worked. I mean, I had knees that would not bend. If I had to get down on the floor, I used a table and a chair, and I looked quite elderly and was usually, if it was in public, looking for somebody else to rescue me to pick it up. So, what I can say is, I was not even looking for that. And all of a sudden, I'm now crawling around in my house painting baseboards on my knees, and they don't hurt. So stick with it. It's going to come about. You never know when. Since I don't see any more hands, I'm going to go into the part that my father started them when he was 94. And the the results he had were amazing. And one of the big ones, when I was up there taking him to his doctors, his cardiologist did tell me his heart was better than when they put that pacemaker in 8 years prior.
Oh
So,
my gosh.
and he was on those patches. And when he started, he just said, Jer, I don't want to live forever. And what I said to him is, that's not what it's about. It's about having the best health while you're alive. And so, all of you, Listen, we can have the best health while we're alive. Just stay on the patches, hydrate yourself, make sure you're, putting that water in and 12 hours on, 12 hours off. Thank you so much,
Beautiful.
Michelle.
Thank you, Jerry. You covered a lot of ground there. I want to share something that Dr. Shauna said that is, if some of you have been around for as long as Jerry and I and Sunshower and Beamy probably as well. Dr. Shauna said something so funny years ago on the Tuesday night call. She said, "I'm not afraid of getting older. What I don't want is walkers and depends." So it's like we've heard lots of stories about people giving up their depends and their walkers. Okay, so keep on patching. All right, Sunshower, go ahead. Unmute.
Hey, good morning, everybody. So good to be here on the Miracle Call. Thank you so much for hosting, Michelle. Um, let's talk about scars. Scars seem to just recede. If they're a color, red or whatever, all that seems to diminish over time. I actually have a teammate who's on this call now. If he'd like to raise his hand and tell his own story, I've even taken little, videos because his is all the way around his shoulder, from a burn, and it's decreased like crazy. So just know that that's going to happen for you too.
Beautiful. Thank you, Sunshower. Yes, scars. Take pictures. Yeah, and take pictures close up of your face. You probably have a few selfies, but no makeup. Just do a close up when you start, or even if you've been using the patches for a little while, take a close up and then check it again in a few months. All right, Kim Nelson.
Yes, let me figure out my mute. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I just have to brag on the energy and feeling better. I'm 70 and I am involved in a campaign for Congress for a young gentleman. And I have been out working the polling stations every day since Wednesday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., waving my sign. And sorry, I don't have my video on, showing you how I'm moving my arms. You can just imagine, right?
Okay.
And I am not tired the next day when I wake up, and I am full of energy even when I get home, so I can cook dinner for my husband and move on to the next activity. So I just had to say the overall feeling of just, I feel so much better and don't ache and whatever, I had to share.
Thank you. We love your share, Kim. Everyone is welcome here. We got a lot of hands up now. Yay, everyone's being brave. Thanks, Kim. All right, Darlene and then Deborah.
Okay. Yes. Like I said, I had done this a few years ago and then got kicked back in when I semi-retired. And I'm so looking forward to all the results. Right now, I'm finding that the X39 is helping me sleep and more relaxed. And you talked about the Celergize, that it's helping me have energy during the day. And I absolutely love it as well, so because I'm not a water person and I'm sure not one that loves the flavored packets or anything like that. And I love the taste of the Celergize. But is it all right if I share one more patch?
Not yet, Darlene. We're going to
Okay.
wait. We're going to wait until 15 after. We're focused on X39. But thank you.
Okay.
Wonderful. I'm so glad you're feeling energized. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Deborah.
Good morning. So yeah, guess what I've been doing since 7:30 this morning, Jerry? On my knees cleaning baseboards. I had to post.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, we had a super busy weekend. I did an event, I had a booth, and I've been patching for 5 years and doing Celergize, and I have a great team. And sorry about my look, both can't look good. The house is in priority today.
You look beautiful, Deborah.
Thank
We
you.
see your
And
light.
it's just energy through the roof for me.
Oh my
And
gosh.
yes, the Celergize has awakened something in my body because I have been seeing a chiropractor from a neck injury I had. And since taking that, I haven't seen the chiropractor. I'm feeling some popping and, things going on in my neck. And it's wonderful. I just can't say
Cheers.
enough
Cheers
about
to
it.
Celergize.
Right. Thank
Do you drink
you.
it every day, Deborah?
I do. Yes, I do. And I dilute it and I do a 1 scoop in the morning until noon and then my other scoop in the afternoon.
Beautiful.
So,
Perfect.
yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you for sharing. All
Thank
right,
you.
Rita.
Good morning
Good
and
morning.
hello, hello. Glad to be here. Dr. Shauna's comment stimulated my thought. Her thing about not using Depends. A month before I learned about X39, I was saying to myself, Rita, you've got to go buy some of those Depends. I am very delighted to say
Oops,
I
let's
have
see. How
never
do I hang up?
purchased a single Depends in my life, nor do I intend to. So if
Yay!
you've got the older woman's challenge with your bladder, go for the patches.
Go for the patches. So much, so much. And it's healing. We're healing our bodies with the stem cells, right, Rita? That's a great share.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm glad we can be really open and frank with each other here, right? We're all human, right? Thank
right.
you.
And women don't hold a monopoly on older bladder problems either.
That's right.
So,
That's right. Yep. Yeah, I have a share in just a moment, but it's about another patch regarding bladder stuff, but I'll wait. Okay, Diane, go ahead and unmute.
Hey, good morning, group. I am just ecstatic about the patches. I've been using them, as I stated earlier, about it'll be 2 years, and I was using them for a right shoulder situation. And unbeknownst to me, what began to happen is my vision started to get better. I had cataract surgery, and I am in that 1% that has issues and which necessitated having injections. And I am pleased to say at my last doctor's visit, we had a discussion whether or not I needed to. And I told him, no, we won't do that. And I have not, and I have an eye doctor's appointment on Wednesday, and I'm excited about going to see what the status of my eyes are. But what I want to say is that I have this condition that you have the numbness and the aches in your feet and legs when you get up in the morning, how you have to sit on the side of the bed, navigate standing and mobility and all that. One morning, I got out of the bed like no pain, no navigating, no any of that. And that was about 13, 14 months ago.
Wow.
It is
Beautiful.
fabulous. I'm telling you,
Beautiful.
I'm sharing it with my friends, creating a team and supporting, telling my story. And it's
Oh,
just wonderful. Thanks so much for letting me
oh,
share.
beautiful, Diane. What a beautiful spirit you are. That's great. Ravel, go ahead. Unmute.
Hi, Michelle. I do have
Hi.
another patch to incorporate in with X39, so I wonder if Glenda or you could go first.
Oh, okay, Glenda, if you have an X39 story, you go first. Can you unmute, Glenda? You disappeared. I know you're trying to find your unmute button, right? She's probably on her phone.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you muted again. You were unmuted and now you're muted again. Okay, Glenda, we'll come back to you in just a second. Ravel, go ahead. We're at 15 after. Go ahead, Ravel, with another story.
All right, I figured you could break the rules, but not me.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Hosts have the leeway. This is a segue from X39. I remember this patch I'm about to share. It might be a couple of years ago now. We were patching about 10 people. And the only individual that did not get a benefit from IceWave was the only one that wasn't wearing X39 at the time. So it really demonstrates how synergistic use of this patch is. I wanted to share that yesterday was the first time I had mentioned this to Eva Krizik. The first time I tried Tai Chi walking, but I think I didn't really do it correctly. And it was on a sheet of ice
Oh
through the
no.
woods. So I did something to my back coupled with not sitting correctly. So I did something to my back. And in the middle of the night, I patched with Ice Wave after, of course, wearing X39 during the day and a couple of Eon. And wouldn't you know, I didn't even have to using the clock method. And if you're not familiar with the clock method, ask the person who introduced you to LifeWave. The first location, I felt a reduction in pain. The second location, reduction of pain, but it happened quite quickly. And it didn't go down to, from 9 to 2, it went down to 0. So it happened very quickly.
Oh my
A
God.
little
In a
bit-
matter of minutes.
Yeah,
Ravel.
really
Wow.
quickly. And it's not as easy to patch your back, but it is doable. This technology is truly amazing. Thanks for
Yeah.
listening.
Thank you, Ravel. Yay. Tai Chi walking. I keep seeing ads for that on Facebook and Instagram. Yeah. All right. Glenda, you're unmuted. Go ahead.
Yeah, I unmuted when I had the chance. 'Cause
Good. Good.
sorry about my technical improficiency. But anyway, I was like, what do I want to share? There's so many things to share. I will always start with, just to say that I'll always use X39 because of the strength to my heart, which is just the Achilles heels of my family. So there's just no way I wouldn't use X39 just for the power I know it gives to my heart and my cardiovascular system. And all the evidence I need there is I feel it every day. I feel it anytime I move. I feel it anytime I walk. So that's great. But I wanted to mention too that I really got great results when I started using X39 with my skin. And I was just using X39, but I took the pictures, I took the pictures, the no makeup, same time of day, same spot on my porch, and was just watching the texture of my skin change and my eyes too, my eyes clearing up, my eyes getting that detoxification effect. And so now I'm going to be 2 years on the patches in June. So it's coming up. And I'm like, I haven't gotten older. You know what I mean? I got better and I haven't declined since then. So, I don't know why anybody wouldn't want to use these patches. And if they think they're going to buy a face cream, because I've always bought the best of every kind, that's going to make a bigger difference, that's just not true. And to know that it's coming from the inside out is everything. So
I love that.
thank you.
Well said. And Glenda, I have to tell you, I shared your photos, your before and after, with a cousin of mine in Arizona who had used the patches, but she kind of was, flaking a little bit, wasn't using them consistently. I sent her those pictures, and she got right back on the patches. I got to look young.
There you go.
Thank you, Glenda.
Thank you.
Okay, Darlene.
Okay, I had to find the unmute button. Okay, as I said earlier, there's some patches that, seems like you get instant results. And then the X39, I'm looking for a body transformation from head to toe, inside to out. But all my life, and I'm 68, I have had sick stomach when I was little, nauseated, throwing up, in the hospital, dehydration, everything. And the other night, I couldn't sleep because my stomach was feeling nauseated. And I didn't know what it was from, but anyway, it was. And I thought, I'm not fighting this all night. I'm going in there and getting a patch. I put on the Eon patch, and within 5 to 10 minutes, my sick stomach went away and I went straight to sleep.
Oh, oh, perfect. First aid kit right at your fingertips all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
I keep them in my nightstand, not the X39 and 49, because those I wear during the day, but yeah, the night patches I keep in my nightstand. I reach and for sure. I'm going to share real quick and then I'll bring you back, Jerry. Are you done, Darlene? Did you have anything else? Don't want to cut you off.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Okay.
That was the main thing.
Thank you. Wonderful
You're
share.
welcome. Thank you.
So last night I had a little bit of a feeling like I might be getting a bladder infection. You know, you did a little bit of burning. Oh, and like, oh no. I know the feeling. And I just put an Eon and a glutathione on my lower abdomen, just above the pubic bone, and drank a bunch of water, made sure I was flushing, and within probably an hour, gone. All the sensation of discomfort was gone. Okay, Jerry, and then Trisha.
Great one, Michelle. If that ever comes up, that's great to know about that. I have so many, but let's go into Eon. I had the dishwasher door down in the kitchen, and my husband came walking real fast around the corner and hit it square in his shin. And he was like, his face was just, ah. So he's there, not going to do anything. I says, get to the bathroom, put a patch on. And he wears 39 during the day, and this was at night. I says, go put an Eon on it. So he went and got his Eon. Before he could back to the kitchen, the pain was gone. So that's how quick. So Eon, everybody, targets pain. It's for inflammation and everything like that, but it will target the pain. So if you're looking for quick relief, it's a good one to use. And probably, Michelle, that was a good reason too, why you did that.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
since you only have one more hand up, I'm going to go with my furry friends and just tell you the one about use your used X39s on the inside of your dog's collar, your cat's blanket, whatever, because the relief they will get is amazing. I had a dog that was on Apoquil for an eye problem and very expensive after months and months and months, and was able to take him off of that. And with the Eon, using that one, I had one that was afraid of thunderstorms, and we were able to bypass that. So the Eon that goes with the nervous system and everything seemed to calm him down. So thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you. I have a quick share since you mentioned animals. One of my brand partners, she was sharing patches with one of her best friends, and they had chickens. And they went out one day and saw that one of the chickens was so battered and beat up by a raccoon. Like they didn't know if it was going to make it. She was bleeding. It was like, and fortunately, she was still there. She was still alive. And this woman said to her husband, let's try a patch. And her husband thought she was crazy. Like maybe we should just put the chicken out of his misery, right? But they put an X39 on this chicken. Don't ask me how they stuck it, but they got it on the chicken. And they went back a few hours later, and the chicken was walking around. And a couple days later, he just kept getting better, and the chicken fully recovered. Okay, you guys, there's no placebo effect with animals. If anyone says to you, I don't know if these patches are a placebo, then tell them about our animal stories. Okay, Trisha and then Beamy.
Good morning, everyone. My front camera is not working, so here we are.
Okay.
I've been on the X39 for about a year and a half, and I would say that my energy is, steady. I feel like my health and vitality is steady and stable. My hair has grown, pretty tremendously, like another 4 inches is showing up, 5 inches thicker, like a thicker hair. And in my case, I just feel like, why would I ever stop this? I didn't go on because I had issues. I just want health. I want to give my being more life, But then about 6 months ago, I started glutathione because I heard it was helpful with detoxification. And I was able to shift the root of my tooth had a decay going on, and it has completely cleared, like within 2 months. And I decided not to stay on the glutathione every single day because my body didn't really need it. So I'm on every other day with the glutathione. That'll last me 2 months, So X39 every day, glutathione every other day. And that's a really nice combo there. Thank you.
Wow. Tooth and healing stories, dental stories, we love to hear because a lot of us baby boomers are dealing with a lot of teeth issues, right? Can I have an amen? Yeah, we do.
It
Okay.
completely went away. That whole thing went
Oh
away.
my gosh, that's amazing.
Thank
Okay, thanks, Trisha. Beamy.
Hello,
Hi.
lady. Thank you for hosting, Michelle. Doing a great job.
Thank you.
So I wanted to share a story from one of my new brand partners. The family started on it, and they had a lot of different issues, but one that I wanted to share was the wife had been having these, intense headaches, what those are, where this like,
Yeah,
and
where you have fuzzy eyes, vision
yeah,
sometimes. Hmm.
and she'd been having those for years, and they come in all through a couple times a week and around certain other times. So they ordered a lot so that she was on the X39, and I gave her the ice wave protocol of, on either side of the temple, and she was blown away immediately. The headache went away, and then they started becoming less, and the pain was less. And now, in a month, she's not having any headaches.
X39 and Ice Wave, right?
Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you, Beamy. I'm sure a lot of people will appreciate hearing that story. Okay. Athena, I love your picture. Wow. It's a
Hi,
great.
thank you. Thank you, everybody. So, I wanted to share about a story with a gentleman that I'm helping. I'm a caregiver. He's 79 years old and he has the memory forgetfulness problem. And when I first got here in May of last year, he hallucinates. So, and he was a former school teacher for 30 years. So he hallucinates, and he teaches this imaginary class every day in his bedroom, and it always ends in something terrible, like somebody dies or somebody is murdered. Actually, really, really horrible stuff. And he would get so scared because he's believing this, that he would call 911 and
Oh,
without telling me. And so, maybe I'd seen him just 20 minutes before. And next thing you know, I got the fire department running through the house going, where are the dead bodies? And I'm like, oh my God, there's no dead bodies. And that happened probably 6 or 7 times within the 4 months that I was here. But I
mm.
started patching him with the X39 in July, and I noticed it started helping. And and another thing, he always wandered in the night, and then would move things around in crazy positions. And so then I heard about the Aeon, and so I used the Aeon too. And the combination of both of those has made him stop wandering in the night. And so he's sleeping, and he does not call 911 anymore.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing story, Athena.
Yeah, and we do
Wow.
Celergize too in the morning.
Wow.
And I just have to say, I've done experiments, because sometimes he'll disappear into his room, and it's a heavy job when I'm doing. And so sometimes I just like, oh, I got to get that patch off. And I haven't been able to, wake him up and get the Aeon patch off. So I would have to go a 24-hour period with it off. And I noticed when I did that, he kind of reverted back to the craziness. And I did that enough times that I really can tell you that it's the Aeon that is the one that's really, really helping. Of course, with X39,
Of
but
course, yes, both
without
of
that Aeon, he's crazy.
it's a great combination. Thanks, Athena.
Yeah.
Wow, what a powerful story. Okay, we are at the bottom of the hour, but we definitely want to hear from. Okay, someone's talking. Let's see if I can mute somebody here. We'll hear from Jonna and Dennis, and we'll finish with you. Okay, go ahead and unmute, Jonna.
Yeah, hi.
Hello.
Move. I don't like my camera on most of the time. I'll remove that. Anyway, I have had a series of things also with my teeth. And I just want to say the glutathione is amazing. I put it on at night if I have pain in a particular area. The dentist doesn't know why I'm having pain. So, and the pain just goes away within seconds. It's amazing. And David did say that if you use it every day, you get a lot more benefit. I can't remember exactly what percentage, but you get a huge amount more benefit if you do use it every single day. I use it at night. I know he suggests you don't. I've never had a headache in the morning. Um, I use
Same here, Jonna. I've never had a headache. Probably because
Yeah,
we're all cleaned out from the X39.
maybe.
I wear glutathione at night also.
Yeah. So I told everybody I have this sleep mask. I line them up. I do the whole thing with the carnosine, the glutathione, the X39, and the Eon. And if I have any pain in any joint at night, and sometimes I do, recently I had a thing with my neck, nobody could fix it. I went to all these body workers. I put that mask right over that area. When I went to bed, I woke up no pain. So I just
Beautiful.
really encourage people, use the full range when you don't know quite what to do or you're having pain in some area.
And here's a comment about wearing patches at night. Most of you may be aware, but maybe some aren't. Since you're hopefully not sleeping for 12 hours, you can reuse your nighttime patches. I use them 2 nights. Take off half of the backing, I apply it, take it off as soon as I wake up in the morning, and I use the patch again the next night. So,
right.
All right, thanks, Jonna. Dennis, we're going to finish with you.
There we go. Everybody hear me okay?
Yes.
Super. Well, I just got a quick one for vision improvement, which I wasn't expecting, but I've heard other people tell the stories, and I went onto the patches last October for I injured my left knee lifting a washing machine up onto the back of a pickup truck. Anyway, I normally would wear 2.25s, just store-bought, works fine for me, for driving and watching TV, and then I needed 3.0s to look at be on my computer or read a book. And now I'm back to my 2.25s for the things that I was using my 3.0s for a few years now. So that's just since October, and I'm back to my 2.25. So I think it's gradually going to get better and better. So I'm happy about that.
Yay!
Yep.
We hear a lot of vision improvement stories. That's awesome.
Exciting. Thank you.
Thank
Michelle.
you. Thank you, Dennis. Could not do this without you guys. So I'm so glad you were all here. We're at the bottom of the hour, and I want to thank you all for taking this half an hour out of your busy lives and sharing your stories with us, because your stories are going to bless someone, and they already have. So keep sharing, keep patching. And let's see.
Quick question. The man who got vision improvement, he didn't say what patch. Was that X39 only? Sorry to interrupt here.
That's okay. Dennis, it was X39, right?
Yes, it was. That was the X39. Yep.
There you go.
Use it every day.
There you go. All right. Okay, let me see if I can unmute everyone. I don't know. I don't know how to do that. I don't know where Liz is. Liz, if you can unmute everyone, or just unmute
I
yourself
just
and say
did.
goodbye. Okay. So we'll see you tonight on the community call at 6 p.m. Pacific.
Bye.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle.
God bless.
Take
care.
Good.
God bless. Thank you,
Michelle.
Have a good week.
Thank
Have a
you. Good
wonderful week.
call.
Much love.
Keep on patching.